Good evening, folks. Uh, Hope you all are doing well. So let's talk about the trade that I took in Eicher Motor today and the reasons and logics behind it. All right. So as you all know, Eicher Motor was one of the stocks that I had recommended to trade for this entire week. And when I choose a particular stock to be traded for a week, I generally look back 2 weeks on that particular stock and I trade according to the levels that are formed in those 2 weeks. All right. So what we'll do first is that we'll open the weekly chart, and this is the present week, which started on the 29th. So I'm going to mark the highs and lows of the previous 2 weeks, that is 22 July week and the 15 July week. All right. So this is the high of the 22 July week. So this will be my previous week high. This will be my previous week low. This is my previous week -1 high, and this will be my previous. Why I got a mistake? This will be my previous week -1 low. All right. So these are the markings that I do from the previous 2 weeks. Okay, and I wait for price to reach a particular level before we take a trade. Okay, so once we have marked these levels, we'll come to the macro level of the chart as always, and as always we'll draw zigzag lines, right, to, to mark our support and resistance. So I'll take this as low, 4th of June, made a high, retraced, went back, and you can see price broke the high of 18th June. On 26th of July, price broke the previous high. Right? So when this happened, this particular level would become, this zone would become my support zone. Okay. Alright. So I would expect price, once price broke this high, the last high, I would expect price to come somewhere around this zone, take support and move higher. Alright. So if I want to buy this particular stock, I'll look to buy it in this zone. Okay. Now I'll teach you guys another thing that I do in a stock. All right, another level that I mark in the stock, which helps me to decide whether a stock, whether I should buy that particular stock on a given day or sell. All right, so we'll open the chart of Eicher Motors, which gives us its entire detail. It's traded volume, its delivery volume. So for me, volume also plays an important role, and delivery too. Okay, now as I said earlier, I look at previous 2 weeks of a given stock that I recommend to keep in your radar to be traded for the current week. All right. So as over here you can see the week starts on the 15th, 16th, 17th. There's a holiday. 18th, 19th. The week ended over here, and then 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th was the second week. So this is my first week, and from this is my second week. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to look for areas which have maximum volume that was traded. Look for the dates in these last 2 weeks where maximum volume was traded and maximum delivery was done. Okay, so let's take the first week, that is week 15th to 19th, July 15th to July 19th, and you can see 470. This is the highest delivery volume for this week, and for this delivery, for this particular delivery, we had a volume of 6,64,000. So I'll mark this particular day 16th as an important level. Likewise, for the next week, I would like to see the delivery being broken. Okay, and you can see over here 542. This broke this 470 level. Okay, this particular delivery on the 23rd was higher than the delivery on the 16th. So these two dates are very important for me. Remember the date 16th and 23rd. So I go back to the chart of Eicher Motor. This is what we had drawn. Okay, so we'll go on a 5-minute chart. The dates were 16th and 23rd. Okay, so we go back. We have marked these zones, high of the last 2 weeks, high and low. Now we go to the 16th. Now on 16th, the most important candle for me was this candle here. Okay, this was the most important candle for me on the 16th. And on the 23rd, the most important candle again for 23rd was here. I'll just mark maybe this in a different color. Let me try yellow. Yellow, a little more darker. Yeah. Okay. So these are the two zones. Now, the reason I marked this zone is that in the last 2 weeks, these 2 days had the maximum activity happening. Alright. When I say maximum activity, we had the maximum trades being taken. We had maximum deliveries being taken on these days. Okay. So what I want to do now, I mark this on the chart. 29th is our current week. So the market opened here. It was around about 29, 30 when I recommended these stocks. Okay. Now I'm not going to trade anywhere here. These are just my levels that I had kept so that if I take a trade, I know when to take profit from these levels that are these lines that are marked, the highs and lows of the previous 2 weeks. Okay. So now what I need to do is that come to today. As you can see, market opened up, went up, and it came crashing down. Somewhere on this level is where I've asked you to buy. Why? Because you can see these two zones that I had marked from the 16th and the 23rd are over here. So since price was above this, these two zones would act as a major support because they overlap each other. At the same time, they are within the supply zone, the support zone that I had drawn. So this would be a really strong zone from where price would climb up. Okay, there's very good chance for price to climb up from this level, and that is why at around 9:50, 10 o'clock is when I told you to buy when price reached around this level, and we got around 1.1% return on this particular counter. Okay, so just go through this video again. I've taught you something slightly more in this video. If you guys understand, well and good. If you have any doubts, you know what to do. Hook me up and we can take this discussion further. Cheers.